Namaste, angels. I'm here to do a client reading. I'm going to begin with a cross spread and the energy of work with my hashtag creepy deck. Work can be with regard, I mean, it could be literal, you know, it can be about work. Somebody putting a lot of effort into their earning potential. Or it can be about putting effort into a relationship or a combination of those. Doesn't have to be actual work, as in labor. Opening to karma, which is pretty straightforward. Karma now at the bottom. And control, it was in reverse. So I like to make note of those things, although there are no reversals in this deck. Karma. Opening to family. Karma. And passion. Karma still at the bottom. I'm going to cut. Brunette female. I'm not a fan of this card because it tends to come through as like a negative energy, like the energy of a frenemy. Maybe your divine partner's karmic partner or somebody toxic in your own life or something like that. Overall energy is young male. So this can be the divine masculine. This may be somebody's son. That's coming through as the overall energy. When I was shuffling, I saw him as well. So he must be pretty vital to this divine feminine who requested the reading or this couple in general. Okay, so here I'm going to put a card that's going to represent the divine couple. The recent past, the near future, blocks to the union, the masculine's higher self, what the divine feminine can do toward the situation, what the divine masculine can do. Advice from the universe, and the outcome. And again, the overall energy is young male. The divine couple. Courting man, nice. So if you haven't been out on dates yet, it looks like this is coming to you. This is the energy that your union holds. All right, the recent past. Dating queen. Now, dating queen sitting next to courting man looks pretty awesome, but for the fact that she has several suitors, if you can see these. So this might have posed a problem in your relationship, whether this was you or the divine masculine or both, because you'll see like there's a hand being extended here with 2 roses. This guy has a dozen. It looks like maybe tulips. This guy's got a box, some sort of gift. So there's several suitors involved here. That's the recent past. And just because it's a woman on the card doesn't mean that it's you. I mean, it can be you, but it can be the divine masculine as well. It could be both of you. Let's do blocks to the union. Oh, goodness. Seriously? Fun times. Maybe because somebody, one or more, whipping it up with other people. And that in itself was a block to the actual union between the two of you. the near future. Boom. How do you like that? So it looks like it begins with courting man here crossing union. Then we end up here. I feel like I don't need to do anything else, but let's continue. The masculine's higher self right now. Past love, maybe healing from a broken heart, maybe from this fooling around, all this courtship, and all of that. Going through a healing process right now, releasing some karmic energy. Maybe that brunette-haired woman on which I landed before I shuffled to your overall energy. What can the feminine do toward this situation right now? Freedom. Beautiful. So this is going with the flow for you. This is allowing the masculine freedom too. We don't want to, love has no boundaries, and we want to be love. So we want to be, limitless as well, and just open and free, and, we're not meant to hold anybody, at bay. And against their will. The universe meant for us all to have free will and freedom in general. And so we can love people, and we can be in relationships with them, and we can be in monogamous relationships with them that don't include, other suitors and parties, and still have freedom. And that's what you're going to want to do. But it's also about you going with the flow. You being this being here that is just free, not tied to anything either. What can the masculine do? So he's got a situation with family, and maybe that's what the past love is attached to as well. Maybe this is the mother of, a child or something. Or there's some other, maybe this is his mother, if he is in fact a young male. And when I picked this up, I got to tell you, guess who's behind him? This brunette female. And underneath her is friendship. Oh my goodness. Underneath friendship is the other card that I get to feel like negative about, this fair male, and then another family type card. So these can be relatives, not necessarily, there could have been, like I said, some dating here, and but maybe nothing serious, maybe just some friendships with this person, or, otherwise. But there could be some family members in general also getting in the way, or friends getting in the way. People that are not really our friends. Again, these frenemies. I think I mentioned that word when I held up that card initially, the brunette female. These frenemies that don't really mean us well, and they're Judases, basically, long story short. What would the universe have us do? What's advice from the universe here in this situation to deal with the past life issues? See how past life showed up here right next to past love. So if your divine masculine is going through something where he's working on an issue, or if you are, again, just allow yourself and one another this freedom to get through what you have to get through, and know that at the end of the day, it all comes back to you. And the additional outcome, boom, union and twin flame. I'm kind of done here, but we're going to keep going. We're going to continue with your reading. So I expect to see more spreads like this. That was amazing. So happy for you. I'm going to go on to my angel tarot, beginning with the Four of Air. Time to rest or take a vacation. This could be, again, the masculine healing. You may need to heal too. Somebody may actually be taking a vacation, retreating from the world in order to think and, figure things out, what they want in life. Time to rest or take a vacation. Allow more time before making a decision. Meditation may provide answers. So this is a very healing energy. It's to restore oneself. But I open right away to the Ace of Fire. This can be the new relationship or the relationship renewed, anew. An exciting new opportunity, career advancement, change your life now. Somebody also may be a Sagittarius, Aries, or Leo. Or maybe this is showing up because of the new moon, the new black moon. Maybe that was Lilith, you know, like black moon Lilith. Maybe that's who the brunette female was. But new moons bring new beginnings. Solar eclipses also bring new beginnings. This is a new black moon and full solar eclipse, depending upon where one is in the world. If you're in the United States, anywhere between Oregon and South Carolina, it's a full solar eclipse. So this can be about that. And it's in Leo. That's actually what makes it a black moon. It's the third new moon. In part, what makes it, it's a third new moon out of four that are to come like back to back to back. And so that's why this one is black. Anyway, I'll go into more of that on the new moon reading that I do for the collective. Getting back to yours specifically, opportunity coming to you, knocking. Opening to the moon with Archangel Haniel. Important psychic insights, events behind the scenes. Release fears that hold you back. Somebody may be a Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. Maybe fearing jumping at this new opportunity. Perhaps the masculine, because it looks like he was hurt recently. Maybe he's afraid to go again. The moon and the Two of Air. Similar to the Four of Air in that it's about a decision. Being unable or unwilling to make said decision, by the way. Having reached a stalemate and pretending there's no problem. The moon, I'll go one more. It's the Three of Earth. The power, rather, of creativity. Recognition for very high quality work. So maybe we're going back to work again. Be a team player. Perhaps those friends and or family are at work. Because I started with work with the other deck too. Three of Earth in a general sense does tend to be about work and abundance. Earning, like, you know, not just money necessarily that comes your way for no reason. You earned it. You deserve it. In another sense, also having to do with work, it's like your boss sees that you've earned it and you deserve it and wants to give it to you. A raise, a bonus, a promotion, something like that. Also, it could be the universe wanting to give you a promotion or a raise, as in a raise to your vibration maybe. You could be going through ascension. As it relates to love, it's not a negative card, but there's a 3, and so it can be reflective of some sort of what I call a party of 3 or third energy that's not necessarily romantic. It can be a friend, like what the other deck of cards kind of suggested, or co-worker or something that doesn't mean you guys well. Three of Earth also in general about abundance coming. So after you make that decision, you got to stick to it, or it's suggested. The angel suggests you stick to it. Defend your beliefs and decisions. Stand your ground. Choose your battles wisely. That means we're not going to fight every single fight. Some of them we're just going to walk away. You know, and it's up to you which ones you do battle it out with and which ones you turn your back on. And the overall energy is the Page of Fire. Like the Ace, the Page of Fire is a Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries. He's outgoing, creative, confident, and mischievous. News of an exciting new endeavor. Use your originality and ingenuity. This can, again, be about a younger person. Maybe the masculine is younger. Maybe this is a May-December relationship or something like that. Otherwise, Page of Fire can be about a youthful person. I usually connect it to the sign of Sagittarius because of the fire signs, Sagittarius is the more youthful and quote unquote immature. It can just be somebody taking on these traits too, the traits of a fire sign, and maybe in particular a Sagittarius. Pages bring news of new opportunity coming though. Well, pages bring news in general. The page of fire brings news of new opportunity coming. Masculine is the star with Archangel Jophiel. Happy times make positive, optimistic, long-term plans. You are on the right path. The star is like a prayers answered, wishes granted sort of card. Represents the sign of Aquarius additionally, and tends to be about communication as air signs, you know, are in a general sense. And for me, at least with the star, more specifically communication via, you know, some sort of electronic means like texts, emails, things of that nature. Masculine surrounded by the Knight of Water. Very nice. Emotional, romantic, enthusiastic, and contemplative is the Knight of Water. Falling in love or wedding proposals, the need to balance emotions, and an invitation to a social event. But he's got a decision to make first, and his subconscious is the Seven of Water. And this can be about family as well. Water cards in general can be connected to family and or children. For me, it's more specifically, it tends to be the ace, the 6, the 10, sometimes the 3 maybe. But the 7 can be about a whole family. And it is about a complex decision. And the need to do more research first. Stop procrastinating. The Knight of Water, like the moon, by the way, is the Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer. For you, it's the 4 of fire. Beautiful, contentment, peace, and abundance. A happy home life and the successful completion of a project. Feminine surrounded by the moon. I was just talking about the moon. Important psychic insights, events behind the scenes. Release fears that hold you back. So if you're being restrictive with yourself, that's another reason why that freedom card showed up for you. Release the fears that are holding you back and take back your freedom. Release yourself like upon the world is what that means. In the feminine subconscious, it's the 4 of water. You guys make an 11 together. You got the 4, he's got the 7 in these positions here in the subconscious. Missing an opportunity, discontentment, or boredom. Open your eyes to the possibilities. So it's like an offer is made. Maybe you're not impressed with the offer, or you're at least thinking that way. Maybe. And I know the feeling. You don't expect. You're expecting less. You're expecting less. So you gotta open your eyes and your mind to more. And maybe you're expecting less because you're surrounded by the moon, and the moon. It can hide information. The moon can be about secrets or things that we otherwise don't know. Maybe nobody intentionally keeping a secret, but we just don't know. Sometimes it's the universe, things going on behind the scenes. Like it suggests here, we don't know. So that may be why you're expecting less. You have no idea what could possibly be in store for you. You know, that union, twin flame, courting man, you don't know. So you're thinking, same old is gonna turn up and oh, woe is me. Crowning, it's the 4 of earth. Being too frivolous or too cautious with money, good business decisions, and giving to those less fortunate. 4 of earth doesn't have to be about withholding or overly generous with money. It can be love too. Holding oneself back, like I was just saying to you about the freedom and unleashing yourself upon the world. And then here it is crossing that moon card. So this can be about you restricting yourself, withholding yourself from the world, and the need to release yourself upon it. And at the root, the Knight of Fire. Passionate, adventurous, self-assured, and restless is the Knight of Fire. A sudden event that needs immediate attention. Time is of the essence. Think things through carefully. This can certainly be the new moon in Leo. That can be the event that needs immediate attention, or that sparks, gets things moving and causes the knight to take off running. New moon in Leo. The heart of the matter, the Queen of Fire. She's confident, warm, intelligent, and graceful. Stretch your wings and fly. Don't underestimate yourself. Assert your independence and creativity. The Queen of Fire, like the Knight of Fire and the Ace of Fire and the Page of Fire, your overall energy, is a Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries. She's also the quintessential divine feminine of the tarot. So when we get that Two of Wands, she's one of the two. Let's not waste any time. Let's go right into the romance cards, beginning with playfulness. So this can represent somebody youthful too. You have an overall energy of the Page of Fire. Maybe this is about a Sagittarius, right? Young and youthful and silly. To recapture romance, that's what you need to be. Allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. So if you've been in separation, let's say, for example, boom, that's going away. I just opened right to reconciliation as I was about to talk about separation. But you've been in separation, how you're thinking, like, how are we going to come back together? I don't know what to say. He doesn't know what to say. It's by being lighthearted. And, you know, you don't start out, especially trying to come back together with somebody, you know, to meet on a fair and common ground by dumping something heavy on them, you know, unloading your baggage onto them. It's definitely lighthearted, youthful energy that causes us to, or allows for us to feel free enough, as opposed to inhibited, to come back together and reconcile. Someone from your past is returning to your life. Playfulness. And this is the separation that I'm presuming you're currently in. Time apart from your partner is on the horizon. Not on the horizon, it's here. That's what I feel. It's here now. Playfulness. And when I see or pull separation and reconciliation together, to me, it's always a reminder. So I got to let you know, it's a reminder to you too. The separation doesn't really exist. We manifest that into our lives, right? With our energy. We can do it intentionally, we can do it inadvertently, but we do it. Opening to religious factors. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. Maybe the masculine is younger. His family says this is not appropriate. It's some sort of ideology, maybe not necessarily religious, but some sort of ideology, belief system, pattern that's holding him back. That's just an example. That's not necessarily the case, although it very well can be. But that's what this card means. Something that's got you bound and feeling trapped as opposed to free. And it tends to be connected to some sort of belief system that is archaic and of which we need to let go. Religious factors. Romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. Maybe somebody tried to, you know, that friend, that you can't really like her, or she can't really like you. You're from two different places. You're from two different religions. You're from two different age groups, whatever the situation is. And they were wrong. The feelings are real and worth exploring, is what this says. So that's probably what caused the separation. Here I am back at the separation. That's probably what caused it. And that would explain further why that family card showed up as what the masculine can do. What the masculine can do is tell them to go, you know, fly a kite, basically. You know, mind their business. Allow him his freedom to make his decisions. Let them know that he's made a decision and he's going to stand by it, like the Seven of Fire suggests we do. Coming to true love. This is the romance of a lifetime. So we don't let it pass us by because of something somebody else, you know, feels or says, or some sort of judgment, or society's, you know, impositions upon our lives and stuff like that. Overall energy is give your relationship a chance. Work on your partnership. So is this word work coming up again? Maybe that's why the Three of Pentacles was here too. Another reason why, at least. Work, and then you'll be rewarded. It'll pay off for you. Three of Earth. about receiving your like reward, just reward, your earnings for work you've done. Here atop the star, you deserve love. You are lovable. Top the Knight of Water, retreat. It's time to disconnect from the world, probably so you can make this decision that the Knight of Water sits atop. And that decision here atop the Seven of Water, the angels, the romance angels suggest that he make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. For you, atop the Four of Fire, is the separation. Time apart from your partner is on the horizon. So this is going on with you now, as I felt. And, top the Moon, soulmate. Yes, this is your soulmate. And atop the Four of Water, new love. A new person has stirred your romantic feelings. Again, this can be love anew, renewed. And it's here in your subconscious. So again, you're expecting, not necessarily a great offer, but you're wrong. So you got to let go of that. Here's the great offer that the Knight of Water shows up with, your soulmate. Crowning, atop the Four of Earth, playfulness is back. So this is here literally sitting in between you of how you guys can come back together. It's through this playfulness. To recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. And here at the root, atop the Knight of Fire, trust. This situation is calling for you to have faith. It sits next to this Four of Water, by the way, where you don't trust, where you don't have that much faith in what you're going to be offered. So the romance angels guide you again to let go of that. And at the heart of the matter here atop the Queen of Fire, codependency. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. And you know what I felt when I put this here? I felt that you might be connected to somebody that was a fire sign too. Perhaps in your home. And I didn't say it. I'm saying it now then. And that would explain why codependency crosses this and this separation. It also sits here next to the masculine's need to retreat and go figure something out, and also crosses the decision that he has to make as well. Let's see what clarity the Ascended Master, is. Maybe the masculine's a water sign or somebody's a water sign. This just fell out. It's the King of Waters. We have the Knight here. Here's the King. The King is trustworthy, compassionate, respected, and cultured. Open your heart and mind to those around you. Trustworthy and heartfelt advice and charity work, which is love. So he's here at the next card, I think, that I would have pulled to give the advice. So I'm going to just leave him here for the two of you. I'm going to these Ascended Master cards, beginning with take charge of this situation, Moses. And opening to come out of the closet, Amaterasu. So this freedom is coming back, yeah. It's just somebody, you have somebody you need to leave alone also. You need freedom from them. Because it's a toxic relationship, and that could be what the come out of the closet is too, at least in your regard. Go now, says Serapis Bay. Get out of that situation. Come out of the closet. Flow of prosperity, says Lakshmi. When we follow like the guidance and do these things, all of a sudden the prosperity, like abundance in all forms, love, money, material things, all starts to come out of the closet. And opening to teacher, which is all about experience for me. Like all these karmic lessons and such, come out of the closet. Yep, purification. You got to detoxify your life. There's a person, place, or a thing, or a combination of those of which you need to rid yourselves. come out of the closet. And Serapis Bay again with go now. So on that note, I'm going to cut after this. Yep, here he is. Power of joy is what can be achieved. We follow the guidance. Overall energy is Lu with persistence. Here at top, you deserve love, freedom, it says Hina. And this you deserve love could be more Sagittarius energy. It's Cupid or Cupid-like going right in this direction here. But getting back to that, he needs his freedom from these people that are trying to restrict him and, you know, cause their belief systems and patterns and social norms, I guess, to force his hand and guide, you know, and how he lives his life. He needs freedom from that. Here, a top retreat. Trust, says Vishnu. And a top, make the effort. And the 7 of water is retreat. So we have a retreat sitting here, and now right underneath it, another retreat into nature, says the green man. Also, when the green man shows up, you know, not unlike the 3 of earth, let's say, it means abundance is on its way. Here, a top separation. See the other person's point of view. So even if you have somebody from whom you need to separate, a husband, a boyfriend, or whatever, you're gonna want to do it in like as compassionate a way as possible and as fair and diplomatic a way as possible, looking at all sides, including theirs. Here, a top soulmate, though, stay focused. So, you know, don't let that send you off the rails. You still got to remain focused. And a top new love and the 4 of water is right, says thought. Maybe that means write an email or write a text, because if I remember correctly, yes, under here. So like mirroring this is that star card, which represents electronic communication. Here, atop playfulness, balance career and home life, says Isis. So work is coming into play again, but all work and no play makes, you know, Jill a dull girl, Jack a dull boy. So we got to figure out how we can do both. This too sitting here, literally in between the 2 of you. So we got to, you know, balance these scales, balance the 2 sides. At the root, atop trust and the Knight of Fire, which can be very phallic, is fertility and Pan. And again, maybe this is a King of Water that's involved, maybe a Scorpio. They have a lot of drive. Can be a fire sign. Knight of Fire, Ace of Fire can represent sex and fertility and things like that. Also, this sits here next to the new love. So it's like fertile with that, the birth of new love, birth of something new, new beginnings. At the heart of the matter, atop the Queen of Fire and the codependency, meditate, says Siddhartha Buddha. So whereas before there was a message like meditation may provide answers, this is going to help you to get through this meditation. All right, so I'll give you advice from here, and then I'll give you another spread, because I hadn't yet used the Tony Carmine Salerno Universal Love Oracle. I usually do that in the beginning, and I didn't. I went straight to hashtag creepy deck. Wow. Masculine device is 2 of fire. So We had the one half here of at least representative as the tower represented of the two of fire, with the Queen of Fire sitting there as at the heart of the matter. Now we've got the two. You've come into your own. New partnerships, some more newness. Could be new contracts as well. Continue to move forward, whatever it is. For you from the angels, the 10 of earth, very nice. A very happy family life, financial security, and finding magic in the little things in life. This can be that abundance that, is forthcoming. It rolls in. With a masculine engagement, this will be related to that union card we saw. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. Again, that can be another representation of the 3 of earth, or another meaning for it. You're ascending. Relationship is ascending. So it's the universe giving you the promotion or the raise. To you, children, your love life is being affected by children. These can be the masculines, but they can be your own as well. Maybe this person from whom you need to free yourself is their father. Could be both. Yeah. From the Ascended Masters to the masculine, clear and shield your energy, says El Moria. So after he retreats, figures something out, figures out whom he needs to release from his life, whom can stay, and gets himself together, then he needs to shield himself, continue to protect himself from there, to maintain that healthy energy. And for you, yep, I think this is their father. Father, husband, brother, son, says Osiris. When this card shows up, there is, yes, his wife is sitting here too. When this card shows up, there is an unhealthy relationship with a masculine energy. And that unhealthy relationship, or that masculine energy rather, can be our own inner masculine. That's a possibility. But I think it's somebody else. I think it's, again, potentially their father or something. And it could be both. You could need to find some internal balance. I haven't seen any evidence of that necessarily yet. But that's a possibility too. Okay, beautiful. Beautiful. So now I'll do my traditional, or more traditional than the other one I just did, cross spread, beginning with spiritual growth in my Tony Carmine Salerno Universal Love Oracle deck. And opening to Golden Memories. When this card shows up, it can lead to spiritual growth, because what it calls for us to do is to let go of the past and the baggage. I talked about not unloading anything heavy on anybody before. Let go of all that stuff, any negative attachments and toxic emotions and fear, all that kind of stuff. Leave all those heavy bags behind and only take the golden memories and the lessons learned, the positive messages. Only take those things forward with you. That's spiritual growth. Spiritual growth. Okay, maybe somebody does need to come into balance, because here that is. We also saw where the union needed balance, the balance between work and play. We needed to find time for one another and to handle our business, balance back. Aw, opening to relationship. Balance and creativity. Tends to guide us for looking for creative ways in order to move forward. Maybe non-traditional ways, atypical ways. to give birth to something new. Wow. The overall energy. I started with spiritual growth. We're back to spiritual growth. This is your overall energy. The feminine with regard to herself as it relates to sacred union. So you're there's like a saying like, are we in this, and you're in this, that's for sure. Sacred wife here. Seeing yourself as that's beautiful. The masculine with relation to the feminine. Golden path. So we just saw the golden memories and moving forward with those. This it's about moving forward too. It's a little better than that actually, because this for me is like the yellow brick road, right? Follow the yellow brick road. The end of the yellow brick road was not just, all this illumination. Oh, this is awesome too, but also Emerald City. That's from which the illumination came, right? That's what was lighting up the skies and everything. Well, for us, at the end of it is, the emerald ray, the healing, the love. Like Archangel Raphael, the archangel of the heart chakra. That's toward what you're heading, and that is what the masculine is viewing you. Like, you're his ticket into Emerald City, basically. Masculine as it relates to himself. Dreams. And I don't usually focus on this, but I am today. These tears. I don't feel that he's sad though. I don't know why I was being made to focus on that, because I don't feel him sad. But I do feel him not wholly confident that he will be able to achieve these dreams. And maybe this dream. Not being able to see like how this can come together. You see they have the same colors in these cards, the green, the blue, the purple in both cards. To him, at least right now in his mind, this is like a dream deferred, like it's not coming. Necessarily. He hasn't given up, but that would explain like also like a tear or two without fully crying. You're still moving forward, but you're just not sure how you're going to get there, basically. And the masculine with regard to the union as a whole, the need for meditation and healing. And he's not wrong. That's the same thing the Ascended Master suggested. So he's on the right track toward, getting there where he wants to be. We got to start from the beginning, That's how things work. We got to start somewhere, and the beginning is best. We work our way toward the end. And this is more of those same colors coming through too. The blue, the purple. Overall, physical body. This is about surrender. Surrender for more healing. And you see this healing is welcome. This woman is very much at peace, eyes closed, in a very relaxed position, surrounded by this yellow light of Archangel Uriel, this orange light of Archangel Ariel, and just sort of being like kissed by the sun and caressed by the universe. The feminine energy as a whole, especially when she's nude and fully vulnerable, that in itself represents surrender to me. So this is how we're going to get to where we want to be. This is how we're going to get to the end of that. This is how we're going to get to this. By allowing. This is the freedom again. Allowing yourself to glow with the flow. you know, and the universe to guide you and take you where you're supposed to be, like not trying to fight against the current and stuff like that. The outcome. Forgiveness. So this is one of the things you're working toward as well. It begins with ourselves, by the way. So you forgive yourself first. The masculine should do the same. Forgive himself first. And then one another. And that will help you to move forward. What else can you do or surrender toward getting this union together? Let go of your fear. Just like what with the card that was surrounding you, the moon, holding on to fear, and the first spread. To go to that again, that freedom card, holding yourself back, whatever. So you've got to let go of this. That's going to give way for the flow. What can the masculine do or surrender toward the union? He needs to be willing to go through the gateway. And he is, but he's been letting other people be in his ear to keep him from it and to hold him back. So that's of what he needs to let go. And the meditation will help him to figure out how to release whom and what he needs to release, and how to retain what he needs to hold on to. What advice from the universe? What would the universe have the two of you to do and or surrender? It wants you to allow it to heal you, just as I was saying before. From your head down to your feet, and your feet up to your head, like, you know, allowing the rays to pass through. This is full surrender. More nude body, more female and feminine energy. Full surrender. You've had some beautiful spreads here, some beautiful energy. I hope that you enjoy.